Hi, this is Chris from the Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from Political Voices Network.
Kash Patel, counterterrorism prosecutor, understands the government. And if the FBI doesn't need to be cleaned out, what does? So, yeah, he'll make it out of committee. I don't know if he'll get any Democrats, but I think he'll get all Republicans. I'm a big fan of his choice to be FBI director. I've known Pete for a long time. I served with him in Afghanistan. The people over there said nothing but great things about him. The allegations against Pete are all anonymous sources. I am not going to make any decision based on an anonymous source. If you're not willing to raise your hand under oath and make the accusation, it doesn't count. I've heard everything about all these people. None of it counts. No rumors, no innuendo.
But you were there for the Kavanaugh hearings.
I've seen this movie before.
Noted womanizer Lindsey Graham.
That was funny. That was a good one.
Thanks. Says that Pete Hegseth will release his sexual assault accuser from an NDA. He said Pete Hegseth would soon release a woman who accused him of sexual assault from a non-disclosure agreement. He said, I'd want to know if anybody nominated for a high-level job in Washington legitimately assaulted someone. Oh, it wasn't a legitimate assault? Like, remember they used to say it wasn't a legitimate rape?
That's how you don't get pregnant.
Yeah. First of all, I mean, can you believe this, Steve? First of all, they're going like, oh, she's anonymous. He's not anonymous to him. He paid her off. Yeah. But I think what they're trying to do is just bully and chill everybody. So they're like, come forward so we can ruin your life and call you a whore, right?
Yeah. It's just, well, I mean, there's 34 counts. Like, what's 35, I guess. But, what I think I was wondering? When Trump keeps saying he's got a mandate?
Yeah.
You think Lindsey Graham thinks he's being asked out?
Yeah, I was just I knew you were going to a Lindsey Graham joke there. I thought he's doing a callback. He's going to go back. He's going to parallel park. He's going to go get the.
Yeah, I'm going to self park because I don't have that car.
So we were talking about what you call it. We'll take the wins where we can get them, or the silver linings, and the Judge Merchan. Right. Thank God, was a silver lining yesterday. So another one, a federal judge appointed by Trump, that's important, dashing the hopes of one J6 defendant. They were shut down. They tried to blame the FBI for starting the attack. The father-son duo was sentenced in November after being convicted of 11 felonies. But the men maintained the conspiracy theory that there were agents in the crowd that without those agents egging participants on, the attack wouldn't have happened. That theory was destroyed late last week when the inspector general revealed no FBI agents were in the crowd. Here's the problem, Steve, with the information bubble we live in. Is they just don't report that stuff, or Fox News, or I don't know what happens. The people, the fact that James Comer's entire impeachment of Biden, their entire conspiracy theory about J6 just got blown up.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy that just admitted he lied about Hunter and Joe Biden just blew up that entire thing. I think they just don't report it on Fox News, so they just don't hear it.
No, but at least they're not reporting on the migrant or thing or age anymore. I mean, I guess those don't matter anymore.
Oh my God! By the way, that Trump guy that collapsed, I don't know what happened to him. He fell over.
Oh, he made a joke that he took his Biden imitation too far.
That's funny. Anyway, he was the guy that was behind the Haitians eating pets thing.
He
so
was that guy.
If you were feeling bad for him, okay, he's fine.
He's fine.
If he's not dead, I find it hilarious.
So, Steve, I guess the question is, what is Trump going to do? Trump has pledged to pardon his supporters who rioted at the Capitol, but lawyers representing some of those defendants say his transition team have offered more clarity than Trump. He has pledged to pardon at least some of those rioters within the first hour of his inauguration next month, but it's not clear whether he would extend clemency to all of them or only those convicted of nonviolent crimes. One defense lawyer said the statements change every day. The latest is everybody's nonviolent, but who knows what that means. One transition staffer reassured them Trump has prioritized the pardons as an attention-grabbing move that would happen very quickly after the inauguration. I mean, I guess, because everything's going to be a made-for-TV stunt, but at the same time, you feel like, I don't know, he doesn't need them anymore. Trump is people are disposable.
Yeah. Yes. And by the way, what a great way to get an inexpensive Caucasian workforce from the prison system. So, I don't know. He's probably looking at it as some way to make some money for the government and have the Doge people cut 4 cents.
Okay, we're laughing, but just put the J6. We'll deport all the other people. Put the J6 people in there. Pick the strawberries. I don't know. I wouldn't put anything by him. Okay. So here's yet another story about Trump is on the verge of betraying some of his strongest supporters in rural America. No effing kidding.
Yeah.
He has threatened to impose sweeping tariffs that would wreck agricultural producers who are also depend on labor from undocumented immigrants. He intends to deport by the millions. That, combined with a purported intention to slash spending on Medicaid and education, could devastate small-town communities. I don't think the Trump agenda is going to lead to a dramatic reversal of these partisan shifts, though, because the truth is this disdain for the Democratic Party is decades in the making and deep in rural America. It's hard to imagine that rural places will not suffer, will not hurt, and it's hard to imagine that rural will not respond. Trump trounced Harris 60 to 40% in rural counties. I mean, how do you break? We're going to have to take a break, but I got to ask you, so how do we break through that? Because that is just true. We've gotten so tribal that I don't know how we finally break through the voting against your own self-interest. There's nobody on the left that is celebrating a cold-blooded murder. One more.
But I think what we need to ask ourselves when we talk about healthcare is why we are the only major country on earth not to guarantee healthcare to all people, why we have a life expectancy which is significantly lower than in other countries, why working class people die 5 to 10 years shorter than the people on top. So I feel very strongly about this. And I think the time is long overdue for us to guarantee health care to every man, woman, and child, especially at a time when we're spending twice as much per capita on health care as the people of every other nation. Goal of health care is not to make drug companies and insurance companies phenomenally rich. It's to guarantee quality care to all of our people.
You know, here we go again, Steve, with this conversation. It's just making healthcare for profit is just insane in the first place. You know, so here we go again. You know
Yeah.
Democrats are the only ones that are trying to fix the healthcare system to any degree, public option at least, you know, Medicare for all. And also, especially after another school shooting yesterday, we can't just say, yeah, it's okay for, you know, a young person to get a gun and, you know, whatever their beef is, that's how they solve it, right?
Yeah, it's I'm glad Bernie brought up the whole thing about healthcare, because honestly, we haven't really been talking about it for the last 20 years. And I think people are really going to jump on board that bandwagon right now when they're terrified that if they say the wrong word, they'll end up in an Assad-style ditch in Havana.
Yeah. I mean, the leader of the United Healthcare Company, who's, you know, I guess the boss's boss, whatever, the guy that got, you know, killed. But he conceded the U.S.'s patchwork health system does not work as well as it should. Oh, thank you, Captain Understatement. But he maintained that the slain Brian Thompson cared about customers and was working to make the system better. Well, was he? He used this term, unnecessary care. We have to guard against unnecessary
unnecessary care. Yes.
Yeah.
We are going to make sure that we not only acknowledge and honour that legacy of Brian, but we'll continue it. Our role is a critical role, and we make sure that care is safe, appropriate, and is delivered when people need it. And we guard against the pressures that exist for unsafe care or for unnecessary care to be delivered in a way which makes the whole system too complex and ultimately unsustainable. So we're going to continue to make that case.
So it's what they, or I don't know, AI or their robots decide is unnecessary care that is the issue, right? I don't know if you saw ProPublica just revealed that United Healthcare is systematically limiting access to critical autism therapy by culling providers and leaving families and advocates outraged. The damning internal documents revealed that the company has implemented cost-cutting measures targeting applied behavior analysis, a widely recognized therapy for children with autism. I mean, we all know how this works. They make money by denying your claims, right?
Yeah, but you know, at least in a British accent. Now,
and now we're back to a Carol Burnett sketch.
I mean, honestly, not even with the British accent. I'm like, wow, that. I guess they have a southern part of England. It's just like the unnecessary care. You know, we take better care of racehorses in this country.
Yeah,
like if a racehorse has a flu, They go to, like, I don't know, the Beverly Hills of racehorses, like Pigeon Forge. I don't know
Yeah.
where that is, but
Can I just say, I fear for America's children on so many levels. I mean, just this whole chunk yesterday Trump did about linking, vaccines to autism again, which is just not true. And one of the things someone was pointing out is that we've gotten a lot better at diagnosing autism.
Right.
Is one of the reasons when he's like, oh, it's out there at levels no one's ever seen before. Well, yeah, because we used to say those kids are just weird or difficult or whatever.
Right.
We've gotten better. Right. And so that's why, these United Healthcare or others decisions are heartbreaking that, parents need all the help they can get in treating actual treatments for autism, and not fear mongering that vaccines are causing it. Right.
Oh, hi. I just finished, I'm going to say, an 11 billion mile bike ride. And thank God I happen to have this magic potion with me, ASEA, as seen on the Stephanie Miller Show. It helps my cells communicate better so that I can heal faster from overdoing because I'm lying about my age. I also use it on my face.